Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to take a drink here real quick, hang on. Today is just a little update video, and I'm just putting these out here because I made these for a specific swap that I'm in. And I wanted to give you something pretty to look at. Normally, the update swaps or any video that will showcase my opinion, I tend to like to do those face-to-face. But it is about, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. I've already taken a shower. And so I feel like you don't need to be seeing my face at this point in time. So the first thing I want to talk about is the September swap. I just want to let you guys know that we are wrapping up September, the 30th, which was yesterday. Today is Monday. The 2nd, so the 30th would have been Saturday. We are wrapping up the September swap. You guys, as you guys know, I always give you until the last day of the month to postmark your packages. That's nothing new. I do that every single month. So again, we will wait until all of the leftover packages have been uploaded. Have been turned or sent to me. I've did a video on them and uploaded them, and then I will be picking a winner for the small little prize package for this month. If you guys participated in September swap, you guys would have known that at the end of the video I announced that there was going to be a small little prize, just to show my appreciation for those of you guys who keep entering into my swaps every month. It's nothing huge, as you guys know, if you guys are following that video, but needless to say, it is a small little prize. So as soon as I get everybody's in, now if you have contacted me, there's no need to contact me. If you haven't seen your video posted and you know that you've sent a package, please send me an email at themessymomslife@gmail.com and let me know that you sent a package so I know to be looking out for your package specifically. If you've sent me an email or you left me a comment or anything like that, and you have already told me and I have responded to your email or your comment letting me know that you have already sent it, then you don't need to recontact me at all because we've already addressed it. But if you haven't contacted me and you haven't seen your video posted, please, please, please let me know that it's on its way, because I do believe I have about 6 that are on its way. And I don't want to leave anybody out because that's just not my style. So with that being said, and then as soon as I get all those videos, all those packages and get them uploaded, then I will start the process of swapping them back out to you. Now, with that being said, please, everybody understand that there are some delays in certain areas of the country due to the storms and things. The mail is not running as it should be, or as efficiently as it used to be, or could be, or will be once again. It is because of missing packages and lost mail and things like that. So please be patient with this month as far as getting your packages back out. I do not know how long it'll take me to get the packages that I am waiting on. But that will determine, obviously, when you guys get your swaps back. So we'll go from there. And, you know, don't worry about it. If you have a concern about it, just let me know. Send me an email. You know, open communication is key. And so basically that is it. I will be posting an update. No, I will be posting October swap here, either after this video or I might wait until tomorrow. I'm awfully tired, right now. So we will see what happens, what I do, with that. As far as what day, today, tomorrow, I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, either way, it will be posted directly. And then what was the other thing? Oh, the other thing is, has anybody heard from Lynette Rodriguez? I have her the the very first swap we did, which ironically enough was a tag swap, she entered into that tag swap. I went to the post office to try to mail her address, or to mail her package. The post office said that she was not, the post office box that she has on her envelope wasn't a good post office box. So then, you know, I waited a little bit, tried to communicate with her. I've said this numerous times in videos about how I still have her package and I really would like to get it to her, but I don't know the address to use. So I got in my IC card box, because you guys know I have an IC card box, and the address that's on the IC card does not match the address that is on the package that she sent in. So I gave it a long little while. As you guys know, I can't remember which month it was that I started these swaps, like June or July. And so I decided that I was going to give it a try and send it to the address that was on the IC card, hoping that maybe they would just forward it to her. But they have not. They sent it back to me. So if Lynette, you were watching, or if anybody out there knows anything about Lynette, or if you could tell her, hey, Sue's trying to get a hold of you, please email her. I have your package and I would love to get it to you. I just don't know where to send it to get it to you. So if anybody has that information, please get a hold of me and let me know. I just feel horrible about having, you know, in my mind, I just think that she's sitting around, well, I ain't going to join another one of her swaps because she never sent me the first one. And that's not the case. The case is that the addresses that I have don't work. They won't use them. So I think she like mistyped it or miswrote it on her package or something. I don't know. And I don't want to send it out again thinking that it's going to get somewhere, because the next time I probably won't get so lucky to get it back if it's not the right person. So I keep hanging on to it. So if anybody knows Lynette Rodriguez, please tell her to get a hold of me or send me an email and let me know what's going on with her. I haven't heard from her since that swap. Oh, the last thing I'm going to address in this video, if you do not like videos about personal opinions, then I think you guys should stop watching this video right now. If you're okay with my opinion and you're not going to hate me for my opinion, then please feel free to listen to what I'm going to say. I have had about 16 emails asking me to please let them know about my opinion about the NFL and the protest. As you guys know, aren't these just the cutest things? Lenora had sent me most of this ribbon that's on here. Lenora. Lorraine has sent me, I'm thinking about this little old lady at work today, and her name was Lenora. But it wasn't Lenora that sent these to me. Lorraine had sent me a whole bunch of different ribbons and such, and so I made a couple tassels. I made more than this, but I have since sent some out. But anywho, point is if you are not hip to knowing the opinion of others, if you think that people's opinion shouldn't be on YouTube in the crafting community, then I highly suggest you click out of this video now, as I am going to address the current situation as far as my feelings and opinions about the national anthem, and also Donald Trump, as well as Puerto Rico, and did I say the NFL? Football players in general. So click out of this video, because some of you guys, I did get about 16, 17 emails wanting to know my opinion. And I have debated since about Sunday, Monday, whether or not, this was last week, whether or not I'm going to give you my opinion about the situation or if I'm going to let it ride. Most of you guys who follow my channel know that I am a very patriotic lady. Me and my family members are all very patriotic. And And we are also really, really big football fans. I'm not a supporter of the NFL. I haven't been for years. But my husband is a Kansas City Chiefs fan. And before pro football got insane, I was raised in my teen years in Colorado, so I am a Broncos fan. And so I have not been really a supporter of the NFL for quite some time, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why, and I love Sunday night football because I can go into my room and do some crafting and not be bothered. Nobody messes with me. They watch the football game. I craft. It hasn't always been that way for us. I used to watch football. I used to watch professional football. I love football. Like I said, my boys watch football. My two oldest ones play football. My husband coaches football. And, you know, we love God, we love our country, we love our family, and we love football around here. We love football. We love us some football. With that being said, I have not been a supporter of to me, the NFL is not football. The NFL is entertainment. I don't feel like, I think the NFL has taken the love of the sport completely out of the game and just replaced it with people showboating. And I'll be cussing by the end of this, so y'all who have never heard me cuss or don't like cussing, you should probably click out of this video too, because sometimes there's just no way to explain certain folks unless you're cussing. So the NFL has, like I said, I haven't watched NFL in a few years, 6, 7, 8 years. Because I feel like the NFL has taken the love of the sport, the heart of the sport, and they have completely gotten rid of it, and they have replaced it with showboating, egotism. They gloat, they act like asses out there on the field. They think that they can do whatever they want. They make a bucket of money. It doesn't matter to them, you know, what happens out there on the field. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. Whenever one team makes a touchdown and they just have to put in some weird touchdown dance, not saying, you know, hey, I done a good job, give me a high five, slap my ass, give me a fist pump, good job, whatever. They do something derogatory towards the other team. And if you are a football parent and you know exactly what I'm talking about, whenever you're teaching your kids football, sportsmanship, the love of the game, these are the things that you teach your kids not to do. If you want to high five somebody because you just made a touchdown, great, grand, wonderful. I mean, you should be proud of what it is that you're doing. However, this past weekend, or maybe it was the weekend before that, there was a football player that decided that he made a touchdown. Then he crawled onto the field in the end zone, hiked his leg up, and took a piss on the other team. Can I help you? My husband just walked in, y'all. He's slowly closing the door. So, to me, that is not sportsmanship-like at all. That is being an asshole. That is gloating. That is inappropriate behavior for somebody to do in professional football. We're talking about professional football. There is no professional in any of that. I mean, and that happens. I cannot watch one single game when there is not somebody who is doing that. It's derogatory towards the other team in some way, shape, or form. They're making fun of them, they're gloating, and they're being assholes. And to me, that's what ruined it for me for professional football. Now, you take somebody like me, I will watch a pee-wee game, I will watch flag football, I will watch little 8-year-olds play football, the beginning of tackle, 8, 9 years old. I will watch a high school football game, a middle school football game, a college football game. Because when you are teaching kids how to play football and growing and learning the concept of being on a team, one of the most important things is sportsmanship. Okay? Around here where I come from, you win football games as a team, one play at a time. You lose football games as a team, one play at a time. That is the heart of the football game. It's a team effort. It's never about me. It's never about one kid making a touchdown and then acting like an ass down there in the end zone because they just made a touchdown. And for me, my 15-year-old is really good. And I can tell you this little thing, 15-year-old, the 8-year-old, or the baby, if I ever see one of my kids down there at the end zone acting like an ass in front of all those people, I don't think that I'm not going to be the mama that's going to march her ass all the way down on that football field and drag them up by their ear and let them know, your mom didn't raise you like that. That's disrespectful, it's rude, and it's just not the right thing to do. You know what I mean? It's just not the right thing to do. So, with that being said, this is my opinion about the NFL protest. To me, my personal opinion is that it doesn't matter. To me, it does not matter if the football players take a knee, kneel. It doesn't mean anything to me. When they kneel during the national anthem, to me, it means nothing. It absolutely means nothing. It doesn't tell me that they're protesting. It doesn't tell me that this is their freedom of speech, so they're going to take a knee. Whenever you have a football club that supports their players being assholes on a daily basis, then you taking a knee, I already know you're an asshole. You're taking a knee that has no effect on whether or not I'm going to watch your game or not watch your game. I'm not going to watch your game regardless because I already think you're an asshole. So to me, it really doesn't change. They can stand up, they can sit down, they can not come out of the locker room. I really don't care because for me, professional football means nothing to me. It's like entertainment. And entertainment is just entertainment. It means nothing to me. But with that being said, I think that everybody has the right to protest. I think everybody has the right to stay or speak, however which way they want to. Freedom of speech. I love my country. You would never, ever see me kneel during the national anthem, especially if I'm protesting something that has nothing to do with the national anthem. I think that if football players really wanted to make a statement, they wouldn't be kneeling during the national anthem. They would be sitting on the bench at first kickoff. If you really want to make a point, you really want to make a statement, do something that's going to affect change. You kneeling down during the national anthem isn't doing anything but getting people upset at the NFL and maybe not watching the game. But is that really creating effect to what it is you're saying? No. It's doing the opposite of that. So to me, if you want to affect change, you need to do something to affect change. Instead of kneeling during the national anthem, why don't you not play an entire game and see what happens then? Because then you're going to get people to say, oh, maybe we should start listening to you or else we're not going to have any football to watch. You kneeling isn't doing anything but making, 4 or 5 million Americans mad at you. That does nothing. That doesn't affect change. The only thing it affects is y'all's pocketbook. You want to do something good for people, sit your ass on the bench. and donate your entire paycheck to folks like the folks down there in Puerto Rico, or the ones in Mexico, or maybe the families of the shooting victims down here in Las Vegas. I mean, if you're going to do something, do something. Don't do something just to cause controversy. And by all means, don't do something because the President of the United States told you not to. I mean, we're adults. Like, we need to adult every single day. And don't get mad at Donald Trump because he told you not to do something. You really want to do something dramatic? Do something that's going to affect change. Because just because you're sitting down there for the national anthem isn't going to make Donald Trump cry. It isn't going to make him change his opinion on the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to make him tell you once again to not do that. He knows you have the right to kneel if you want to. He knows that the right to kneel, everybody has, yes, but what you're doing, how is kneeling for the national anthem changing police brutality or violence against black folks? It's not doing nothing. It's making people not watch a football game. That's what it's doing. If you want to, like I said, if you want to affect change in this country, in your everyday life, in your community, in government, you need to think about what it is that you're doing and do something that's going to make some change happen. Kneeling at a football game, you're protesting against Black lives and police brutality and things like that, has absolutely nothing to do with the national anthem. And all you're doing is making the people who pay the tickets and the, season holder people that pay the tickets, a reason to not pay your paycheck. Start donating your money. Give your money away. Sit down during the game. Protest that. Let's, start doing a little, jig down there at the end zone against, things that really matter instead of the other team who is just playing football like you are. Let's try not being an asshole and pissing on the other team, and maybe try coming up with a touchdown dance that actually means something instead of being an asshole to the other team. That ain't getting you nowhere. That's the way I see it. And the way I also see it is I wish that above anything else that people would, we all have our own opinion. We all have the right to protest, but I wish that people would stop watching Fox News, CNN, all this bullshit on social media, research and do your homework on the topic that is you're dealing with, and figure out what is actually going on instead of listening to somebody on YouTube or on Facebook or on, Twitter, all that other stuff. Do your homework before you start acting like a fool, because most of the time, you're acting like a fool and you don't even know what you're talking about. It's just like kneeling for the national flag or the national anthem. What you're protesting has nothing to do with what the national anthem and or flag mean. They started playing the national anthem at football games during time of war to remember those soldiers who are fighting for them and dying for the cause so that they can play that football game. Why protest something that means what it means to the country? That's my opinion. I mean, if you're going to do something, you want to protest something, maybe you shouldn't play that football game that Sunday. Maybe you should say, hey, boss, sir, why don't you take my paycheck that I would have played this game and donate it to the folks in Puerto Rico? By which means, I mean, how are you going to sit there? I just don't understand how people are going to sit there and bash Donald Trump for not getting supplies into Puerto Rico and not do their homework. Them boats, have been sitting out there in the Bay to Puerto Rico for days. And they don't have any truck drivers to unload and to deliver these goods to the country. That's what they're holding on. It's not that Donald Trump is like, hey, guess what, Puerto Rico, you're not getting any supplies after you just got your whole entire island destroyed. I wish people would just do their homework and then make their own decision. Do I think that the supplies being sent to Puerto Rico could have been faster? Absolutely. Do I think that people are going way far and beyond blaming Donald Trump and to right now saying that it's Donald Trump's fault because there's not supplies in Puerto Rico? A, when there is. B, whenever Donald Trump has deployed almost 10,000 people to go down there and help Puerto Rico in the last 7 days. Because Puerto Rico didn't have any trucks to deliver these supplies and or truck drivers to deliver these supplies. So Donald Trump has sent people into Puerto Rico just to help this process happen. And people are still like, it's Donald Trump's fault, it's Donald Trump's fault, it's Donald Trump's fault. Not that I'm the biggest fan of Donald Trump, y'all. Right now, I am not. But, I mean, I never was Donald Trump's biggest fan. But regardless of that, I mean, this country here is going to stay divided until something like September 11th happens and reunites everybody. 16 years ago was the biggest thing that happened to our country in a very long time, and that was the time that our country was the most united. Look at us now. I mean, look at us now. As long as we keep protesting, inequality and injustice and all that stuff, you guys are creating the mess. You know what I mean? People who are protesting and doing these things like that, that's creating the division. There's always going to be a division as long as we create it, y'all. I mean, I don't understand why folks can't just do what's right. That's what I can't understand. That's the way I was taught. That's the way I was raised. I draw a lot of blood in my day in, day out in the nursing field. And what I do know is that red people, black people, white people, Mexican people, all of our blood is the same color, y'all. It comes out the same color. It's the same color inside you. So for me, until us as a human race stops creating the division, we're always going to be divided. So we all just need to do what's right. I try to do what's right every single day. Everybody should be trying to do what's right every single day. Everybody should be giving back and sharing one act of kindness to somebody every single day. I do that myself. I make sure that I give back to somebody every single day while I'm here on this earth, whether or not that is just listening to somebody whine or complain or cry on the phone because I had just had to tell them that their loved one had cancer or whatever the case may be. You can be the seed that creates the change in people. You just have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to start and do one good thing every single day. It's contagious, y'all. It's contagious. And if we want to stop the division in this country between all racial ethnicities, then it starts with us. That's all I'm saying. We've got to do it ourselves. Nobody else is going to do it. We're going to have to do it ourselves. We can't wait for white people to come to the same conclusion as black folks or black folks to come to the same conclusion as white folks. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. That's what makes everybody great. But what I do know is that we have something to learn from every single person on this planet. You just have to be willing to learn it, number one. And number two, as long as your opinion is divided, then you're going to be divided. Whenever you get out of the mindset that, a white person thinks they're better than the black people, or the black people think they're better than the white people, or the Mexicans, or the Asians, or whatever the case may be, when you get yourself out of that mindset that person that you walk up to the street to, shake their hand and say hi, and you automatically say, oh, girl, he thinks that he's better than me, or she thinks she's better than me. Why is it that you automatically go to that conclusion? Stop doing that to yourself. Stop being divided. We are the only people. We are the ones that have control over that. So y'all can be divided if you want to. I'm going to keep on being, keeping on in country. I think that, like I said, the NFL, it does not bother me that they are kneeling, because the NFL, I think, were a bunch of assholes before. And my personal opinion is that they're going to kneel down there at the football field. But to me, it makes them look like they're a bunch of idiots, because they have no idea what they're doing. They're just doing it because Donald Trump told them not to. So if it were me, I would find a different way to protest what it is that I want to protest without doing something that makes me look dumb. That's the way I feel about it. I'm sorry if y'all don't like that opinion, but to me, the NFL is nothing but showboating, overpaid people that my kids look up to. And I think that if you're going to be a role model in this country, that you should be in that position, and you should realize that what you're doing is putting thoughts and images into the youth of today, where it is okay to treat the other team like a piece of shit, basically. Who in their right mind thinks that it is funny for a football player, a professional football player, to crawl out on the field, hike their leg like a dog, and take a piss on the other team? That's bullshit, and that's the stuff that needs to stop. And that's the reason why I don't watch the NFL no more. But if you want to put me on a college football field or a high school football field or anything below that, I'm your girl, because I'm loving me some football. And I think that people need to get their priorities in check and realize that they're role models to children. That shit ain't funny, in case you guys don't know, it ain't funny. Okay. My rant's over. I hope that I have a lot of people in Puerto Rico. I hope that they are safe. I hope that, the subscribers that I have in Puerto Rico, I really hope that if they need something, that they find a way to get a hold of me. I will send you some care boxes. I will do whatever it is you need me to do. Just let me know. Let me know you're all right. And I'm talking to Mabel and Nida. Girls, I've been waiting for you guys to pop your heads back up on, YouTube, and let me know you're all right. So hopefully y'all have service back soon. And like I said, if you need me to send you a care package, you just call me and let me know. I'm your girl. I'm in it to win it. I love you. I hope you guys are safe. And I hope you guys don't mind that I am an American and I got an opinion. And my opinion is, y'all need to figure out how to be kind to each other and make a change and stand up for that change and quit being divided. You need to stop being divided. Change starts with us, y'all. So jump on that wagon. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.